back with another episode. I'm not the CSL Trailblazer. Welcome back, episode 119, the third of the Adverbs to Remember series. Today, we finalize it. I'm concentrating on commenting, comparing, and contrasting adverbs. And as I've said before, this is a fluency difference maker because you need adverbs in your speaking and your writing if you want to grab people's attention when they're listening to, when you're writing emails or giving speeches or taking part in meetings. Okay? Quote of the day: time can become an ally or an enemy. What it becomes depends upon you, your goals, and your determination to use every available minute. Boom! That is perfect for language learning and language practice, and particularly today, fluency. So stay tuned because right after this intro, I'm going to show you what that is all about. And we're back. Bottoms up. Beer? No. Vodka. That's right. If you live in Poland, you gotta drink the vodka. Clear, moonshine vodka, but you buy it in the shop. Smooth. Fuel up. Prepare for the invasion. Here we go. That's yum. So, without further ado, let's get into the final episode of these adverbs. I'm starting with comparatives, okay? So, guess what? Comparatively or relatively. Think of saying comparatively speaking, relatively speaking, okay? Comparatively speaking, the sample was smaller this time in the research, okay? Comparatively speaking, there were less viewers in this episode than the previous one, okay? Especially, particularly, he or she is particularly good at or particularly excels at something. Okay, I'm particularly interested in your effort in this course when we start. Okay, specially, somewhat, considerably. Yeah, I'm considerably disappointed. It's considerably better. It's considerably worse. Okay, we're comparing and we're showing how big the difference is, right? So considerably or somewhat is going to show a big or a small difference. Okay, that matters for fluency because when you're learning comparatives, the basics are better or worse. But how much better? How much worse? That's the fluency aspect. Get in. What else do I have for you? Primarily, yeah? Learning a language primarily depends on effort and determination. Bow! Next one is mostly or largely. Again, if we're comparing, you're going to use these words to show how big the comparison is, okay? It's mostly about determination and effort, okay? It's largely about diet and exercise if you want to be physically fit, okay? And then the final word, the word that I have for comparing is directly, okay? Something is directly related or indirectly related to something else, okay? All right, or something has is directly impacted or affected by something. We're comparing, okay? Finally, let's move on to our last category, which is a doozy. It's commenting. That's right, commenting. Okay, so you're in a conversation, you're in a meeting, whether it's online or in person, face-to-face. You need to comment. Why? So you can show people that you're paying attention. Now, if it's one-on-one, that's going to matter even more because when you show that you're paying attention, the person is going to get all warm and fuzzy inside and they're going to be like, wow, this person is actually listening to me and cares what I have to say. They're going to like you. That's right. Woo! So these are going to be especially useful, not just for fluency purposes, but also for better communication skills, better interpersonal skills with other people, whether it's coworkers, friends, or people you're working or networking with. Okay, so here we go. Apparently, okay, I love this one. That's why I'm saying it first. Why? Because apparently is something that we use to distance ourselves as well when we're giving an opinion that's not our own. Okay, when I say apparently global warming is heating up the planet and it's a real danger to our life here on Earth, I'm not saying that that's what I think. I'm just saying that that's what I heard or read somewhere. Okay? All right? So again, that was a little bit of a sophisticated example, but you can also say, apparently there's a meeting this afternoon. So you heard it from a coworker, but you didn't get an official email or contact that says that there's going to be this meeting. Apparently. Okay? Next one, presumably. You know what usually happens, so presumably this is what you expect to happen next. Okay? I know it's very general, but if you have knowledge because of the place you work at for a long time, or because of the place you live in, of what happens usually in certain situations, presumably means you're making an assumption before it happens that it's going to happen. I hope you got that. You might have to rewind, but you can Google and get some examples. Presumably, very useful. Next, ultimately, like what happens in the end? Ultimately, okay? Ultimately, losing weight is about exercise and eating properly, okay? Ultimately, learning a language is about dedication and effort, okay? Next one, naturally, all right? You can use that just as a comment without anything. Someone says something and instead of you saying obviously, of course, yes, you say naturally. Like, it's natural that you would react that way. It's natural that you would say that, right? It's natural that that's what you would do. Naturally. Nice one, okay? Next one, basically. Again, you can use that to respond. Basically, yes. Basically, no. And that's all you can say, nothing more, all right? Which means you don't want to go into details, but I'm answering your question without going into the weeds, so to speak. Next one, practically, yeah? So almost. And then, strangely enough, is my next one. I think it's clear what it means. And to be perfectly honest. Those last two are going to be qualifiers. What you're going to say before you are about to say something important that's strange or that's your honest opinion. That's what I got. The adverb series ends today with this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave a comment if you have questions about the adverbs. They're real fluency game changers. I hope you've enjoyed. Press the share button, press the like button, whatever you'd like to do. I would appreciate it. Remember, you can get more by signing up for the newsletter below if you're even watching this video until the end. And don't forget, there are also some links to videos through this episode and at the bottom that have related content for you. I'll see you next time. Thank you for your viewership. Take care. Keep pushing for that fluency, and I'll see you next time.